Did you know that T-Rex originated from Siberia and how many calories he needed to eat a day? My name is Alex, and today I will not only tell all the secrets about this dinosaur, but also show its body parts. The first Tyrannosaurus rex skeleton was discovered in 1900, but it wasn't named until 1905, and it translates as Tyrant Lizard King. With this name, scientists wanted to emphasize its place in the food chain. And yet, despite the fact that the study of T-Rex lasts more than 100 years, it's still surrounded by myths and speculations. T-Rex belongs to the Tyrannosaurid class. Its ancestor's name was Kyrillescus, and its bones were discovered in what is now Siberia. At the time, it was hard to even imagine that this dinosaur, which was only 5 meters long, would evolve into the most dangerous predator on Earth. To understand what made T-Rex the king of the lizards, I suggest taking a look inside. Brain. T-Rex's brain weighed 343 grams, meaning it was 3 times lighter than a human brain. It looked like this. Yes, its brain didn't look like ours, and it was more like an elongated tube. For such a huge body, such a small brain weight seems hilarious, and numerous movies suggest that T-Rex was not intelligent. And yet, upon closer examination, it turns out T-Rex was not as stupid as it commonly thought. Neuroscientist Susanna Hozel has proposed a theory that the brains of some dinosaurs contained about the same number of neurons as the brains of modern primates. According to her study, Tyrannosaurus had the same number of neurons as modern baboon. She also proved that it was closer in structure to the brains of modern birds than reptiles. We too take the latest research into account and use it to create the most accurate models of dinosaurs and modern animals that will be suitable for museums and theme parks alike. Heart. To pump blood throughout its massive body, the heart of T-Rex had to be at least as big as a pig. Now you can recall that the height of the dinosaur was 5 meters and the length from nose to tip of the tail 15 meters. But was it warm-blooded or not? Paleontologists from the California Institute of Technology have provided the answer. They analyzed the femur bones of 55 different groups of animals: dinosaurs, pterosaurs, marine plesiosaurs, as well as modern birds, mammals, and lizards. And the results showed that almost all dinosaurs were warm-blooded, but there were exceptions. For example, lizard-like dinosaurs such as stegosaurs and triceratops were cold-blooded, but predators such as T-Rex and giant herbivores were warm-blooded. These findings provide a better understanding of dinosaur life. Cold-blooded creatures were slow and dependent on their environment. To warm up, they needed to be exposed to the sun. And warm-blooded dinosaurs like the T-Rex were agile and had to eat a lot to maintain their energy levels. Metabolism. T-Rex was always hungry. Scientists have calculated that a day he needed to consume more than 100,000 calories. That's 250 burgers. In comparison, the same African lion needs only 8,000. But at the same time, the food eaten by the T-Rex was poorly digested, and most of the time he spent on the search for food. And it's not everything. He could both eat carrion and hunt from ambush, and his lungs help him do it. Lungs. Unfortunately, paleontologists have never been able to find a fossilized lung from a T-Rex. No wonder, because its tissues are too soft to become fossils. But scientists were still able to calculate that his lungs resembled bird lungs in structure, since such a respiratory system leaves characteristic traces on the bones. Yes, the T-Rex had bird-like air sacs. Such lungs saturated his muscles with oxygen and helped it to make quick jerks from ambush to pounce on its prey. Forelimbs. When paleontologists first collected the skeleton of a T-Rex, they thought that its forelimbs were completely useless. But in fact, they were about a meter long, and if Tyrannosaurus showed up at the gym, he would have curled at least 200 kilos on his biceps. Yes, with such limbs he could easily hold prey or push off the ground to rise. Bigger limbs would only hinder his ability to run on 2 legs. His main weapon in the hunt was his jaws. Skull. T-Rex didn't just grab his prey, he crushed its bone and shell. In this he was held by his teeth, which were strong enough not to break by bumping into bone. It also had the strongest jaw muscles of any dinosaur. The T-Rex's skull is the crowning glory of evolution. Thanks to its structure, the dinosaur's bite force could reach 60,000 newtons. By comparison, the African lion has 1,300. With that kind of bite force, he could easily bite through a car. Hopefully not mine. All this made T-Rex one of the most dangerous predators on Earth. And now he is a favorite of children and decorates parks and themed exhibitions. We can make it in any size for both outdoors and indoors. Comment about which dinosaur you want to see in the next video.